Welcome back, everybody. My name is Gnome, and as you guys can see today, we are back to the Mortal Kombat tutorials, or as I can more proudly say, the Mortal Kombat XL tutorials now. We now have Combat Pack 2 on PC. I know a lot of you Xbox and PS4 users have had it for a long while, but for PC users like myself, it only just came out about a month or two ago at this point. So, I've been unable to make tutorials for the contents, the new secret brutalities, the new stage brutalities, but have no fear, we are on our way to doing that now. As you guys can see today, we are going to be starting with Alien, because just alphabetically, she comes first. Now, I've got a lot of feedback from you guys in the past. I've been trying to make the combat tip tutorial videos a little bit nicer for you guys to view. So as you can probably see, is the first big change. My face is now down here in the more centered area of the screen, and the reason for that is a lot of people were complaining in the past that my face cam, either in the bottom right or the bottom left, was always blocking either the brutality or the fatality visuals, so you guys were unable to see them. So I decided to make my screen a little bit smaller, put myself more in the center, and now this way you guys can usually see what's going on in the left or the right. I can move it again if you guys really want in the future, but this seemed to be, in terms of spatial area, it kind of looks like I fit into the UI down there in the center of the screen on the bottom, at least in my opinion. So let me know what you guys think of the new change. And yet another big change we're going to be having today, I think a lot of you guys are going to appreciate this, is somewhere up here, you guys will now see a brand new little bit of a input map I made for you guys. I know that it can sometimes be difficult, especially if you're a PC player, that when I describe just the controller buttons and you are using a keyboard, I know it can be tough to kind of translate those things. So now you guys will have this big menu up here for now, and in all future tutorials I'll be putting it at the start of all of my tutorials, so you guys can just go ahead, pause the video, screenshot it if you want, take it, save it, do whatever you need with it. Just keep it on mind in case you guys need to convert what controllers I'm explaining into something more accessible for you guys. So that all being said, we're going to go ahead and hop on to our Alien tutorial today. We're going to be starting with the Tarkantan variation. You guys feel free to start with anyone you want. If you're looking for a specific brutality, you can hop on down to the description below. I'm going to put timestamps, and you guys will be able to get to exactly the one you're looking for. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and hop on into the Tarkantan Alien brutalities. Alright guys, so today we're going to be starting with the Slash and Bash brutality. Now this brutality can be performed in any one of Alien's variations and is very, very easy to pull off. Now you're going to want to make sure that your final hit comes from a tail grab, which is an enhanced move, which means you're going to need at least 1 bar of your burn meter. So make sure you have that before you go and try and perform this, because otherwise you're not going to get the results you are looking for. So here we go. Let's hop right on into the fight. Now a normal tail snag should look like this, and that is down back A or down back X depending on what controller you're using, like so. Now, easy enough, no problem with that. Let's punch her around a little. Now, what you're going to want to do, however, not this. This is the non-enhanced version. We're going to want to be doing the tail grab today. So as you can see on the bottom left, I have at least 2 bits of my enhanced meter filled up. We're going to go ahead and use the tail grab, which is down back A or down back X, and then you're going to want to make sure you hit the right trigger or the R2 button so you get that enhanced effect. And it should look something like this. There you have it, my friends. Easy enough. Once you see that stinger go down into the chest, that means you have successfully pulled off the enhanced variation, and that's what you should be aiming for when you go to get this brutality. So once more, there's no other prior criteria other than making sure you have at least some of your enhanced meter filled. So let's go ahead, knock this girl around a little bit more, make sure her health is just low enough, and then we'll go ahead and give you guys a demonstration as to what you should get for this brutality. So as you can see, she is just low enough. Now once more, we're going to go for the tail grab, which is down back A or down back X on the PlayStation, and then make sure here you hit the right trigger or the R2 button to get the results you're looking for. Let's do it. Oof. Oof. Damn. Alright, my friends, there we have it. So she got snagged so damn fast, her legs came right off. And then the stinger went in one last time into that chest to guarantee a permanent punctuation. So, there we have it, my friends. That has been the first of the brutalities. Let's move on to our next one. Alright, my friends, so next up we have the Little Head Brutality. Now this brutality is pretty easy, not really too much trouble to pull off. The only things you need to remember are to hold the forward button while you go to perform this brutality, and you have to finish your opponent with a throw. Now a throw can be performed with the L1 button or the left button on the Xbox, or if you prefer, the X and A buttons on the Xbox or the square and X buttons on the PlayStation. Now again, this is a very easy brutality to perform, though I have noticed sometimes when I go to perform it, there can be a little bit of trickiness, and I'm going to explain that now. So as you can see, I'm going to go perform a throw, easy enough, pop. But what you'll probably notice is she got flung around to the other side. Now, I'm going to go do that throw again and then push forward, but as you can see, she's still getting flung around to the other side. So what is important to remember is you're actually going to make sure you're holding forward before you push the throw button. So here we go, I'm pushing forward and now going for the throw. And as you can see, she stays in front of us. Now that's very, very important, because that's the only way I have found this brutality will work. If you see her get flung around to the other side, unfortunately, the brutality probably will not work the same, unless you remember to switch your stance quickly. But, let's go for it. I'll show you guys exactly what I mean. Boom, 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 boom. She should be plenty low enough. So again, remember to hold forward and then hit the throw button. Boom. There you have it, my friends. Oh, that is not the type of French kiss I ever want to fucking receive. Woo! God damn. She's not going to remember much of that. Alright, my friends, so there you have it. There's our second brutality. We're going to move on to our next one. Alright, my friends, so next up we have the Slicer Brutality. Now this brutality can only be performed in the Tarkatan variation. Now I thought this was actually very clever that they managed to sneak some of Baraka's abilities into the game through Alien, because if you think about it, the way that they had the alien hatch from his stomach was actually very clever, in that the aliens do gain some of the abilities of their host. Now I was very impressed with it. I just wanted to know how cool I thought that was. But let me know what you guys thought. I think that was a really good way to kind of put Baraka in the game without necessarily giving us directly Baraka, because in this way we still got an alien character to play as. Now let's move on. To finish off your opponent, again, you're going to want to make sure you're in the Tarkatan variation, and your final hit must come from Chop Chop. Now this is down back X or down back square on the PlayStation, or if you prefer the enhanced variation, Chop Chop Shop, you can do down back X right trigger or down back square R2. Easy enough, let's hop into the fight and get it over with. Now personally, I prefer to do enhanced finishers because they usually guarantee more damage, so we'll go ahead and do the regular Chop Chop, which should look something like this. And again, that is down back X or down back square. One more time. Easy enough. And now we're going to do the enhanced version, which is Chop Chop Shop, down back X, right trigger, or down back square, R2. There you have it. And again, you know you got this brutality if you see that extra stinger action going on in the end, because that means in turn you did indeed enhance the animation. So let's go ahead. Easy enough, you guys should get it by now. We're going to go ahead and finish off the opponent, and again, I prefer to use the Chop Chop Shop because, again, it does more damage, it guarantees more damage, and in a real battle, damage is very important. So let's go ahead, down back X, right trigger, or down back square, R2, and keep in mind, you do not need to enhance this if you do not want to. And there we have it, my friends. Woo! I love how they did a little bit of a slow-mo there to kind of show both arms getting whacked off. And then here we have it. She gets flown across the screen. Another tail sting. Not too unique in that aspect, because I think we did just see that in the previous brutalities. But I do like the chop variation and being able to just kind of slow-mo that where her arm's getting flung off. It's a very nice little animation. They did a good job on it. Alright guys, on to the next brutality. Alright my friends, so next up we have the Acid Burn Brutality. Now this brutality is exclusive to the acidic variation, and as a result, make sure you have chosen that one. Now, when your final hit comes, you want to make sure it comes from the Air Exo Sting or an Air Exo Splash. Now to perform an Air Exo Sting is down back Y or down back triangle on the PlayStation, and to do it with the enhanced version, make sure you do down back Y right trigger or down back triangle R2. So let's go ahead, hop on in the fight here. Now I'd say this brutality is very easy to pull off for the most part. Just make sure you're not too close to your opponent, because as you can see, your acid will in turn fly over, and that'll probably leave you open to get punched. Unless they jump up in the air with you, then you have a much better chance of maybe getting them, but otherwise, try not to get too close if you're going to perform this brutality, because from my experience at least, it does not work out too well if you're very, very close to them. Otherwise, you can usually get them from just about any other range. It'll usually hit their torso, or even if we go What's that far back we can get? About right there. Even the legs will get hit at that point. So there we have it, my friends. Let's go ahead and I'll give you one example of the enhanced version, which again is down back Y, right trigger, or down back triangle R2, and it should look something like this. You'll get 2 squirts of the poison. And probably actually, usually I say I like to go with the enhanced versions to finish people off, but for whatever reason, if you try and poison them to death, I could be wrong, but it never seems to work for me. So let's go ahead and just keep spraying her to see if I can give you an example. See how it kind of like, it always stops just before she's dead. So let's go ahead, let's finish her off. Again, down back triangle or down back Y on the Xbox. And boom. Oh, God. That's one hell of a chemical scrub, wouldn't you say? Jesus. Not the facelift I've ever hoping to receive. So there we have it, my friends. We have taken her down with the acidic variation. Let's move on to our final brutality. Alright, my friends, so here we are on the final brutality for today, the alien baby brutality. Now, to perform this, you need to be in the conjurer variation, and you must make sure that you connect at least one face hugger in the first round. And then, your final hit must once again come from the Ovomorph's face hugger. So there we have it, my friends. I'm going to go ahead and give you an example of what this should look like. Now, simply enough, hit down back X or down back square, and you will be able to summon your Ovomorph pod. Like so. Now usually that'll go ahead and jump on your opponent, do the job, easy enough. Now sometimes I do notice that my opponents move out of range, or you might spawn it away from them, like so. As you can see, this is near me. Now, this will not jump unless the opponent is in range, so if you hit down back X or down back square once more, you can actually launch it yourself. Like so. So just keep that in mind in case you're having a little bit of trouble getting that last punch in because your opponent is dodging or moving away from it. It's very easy to get. I'll show you once more. Oh, well, that was very close to me. Let's see if I can get him from over here. There we go. Uh-oh, there we go. Boom. There we go. So you guys get the idea. That's how you're going to want to finish off your opponent. Now keep in mind, this is still round 1 because you have to get at least one connect of that face hugger. So there we go, we have it done. Let's go ahead and just beat the crap out of him now. Lower his health so we can give you guys one final example as to what you are going to want this brutality to look like. And again, it's very easy. It's fun to kind of set this one up, and it's definitely my favorite of the animations to see in the end, but you guys will see exactly what I mean in a moment. So there we have it. Let's go ahead and one more time, down back X or down back square, depending on your controller. Boom. Oh. Actually, not quite enough health. Just keep that in mind, actually, because this doesn't actually do that much damage. You're going to want at least probably the little bit of a sliver you see right there, which can make this brutality kind of one you have to really time, but so be it. This is going to be one of the ones that's more well worth it. One last time. Pop! And there we have it, my friends. This one gets nice and detailed. Puts us in there with the action, and oh! Woo! Hot damn! That is awesome. I grew up with the Alien movies, so I really enjoy this one. It kind of gives you, if you have seen the Alien movies, you'll be right at home with this little action right here. It's epic, and I'd actually really like to see. It would be really cool if they kind of put in one of the Predator variations, because I think they did that in the Alien vs. Predator movie, but that's all behind us now. So there we have it, my friends. This has been all of Alien's Brutalities today. Keep in mind, I do not include secret brutalities in the main videos for the characters. I will be doing any secret brutalities for Alien later on. Keep that in mind. Have no fear. But for today, I like to try and keep each video to 5 brutalities, and luckily, Alien has exactly that to start with. So there we have it, my friends. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial again. It feels so great to be back. I really do enjoy being able to play Mortal Kombat with you guys again. And let me know what you thought. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave me a like or a comment down below, as both are very much appreciated. And if you have any suggestions or concerns, go ahead and leave those as well. So once again, thank you guys all so much for joining me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time, my friends. Stay safe, stay happy.